once again, I am almost 12 and a half miles into this hike, and you will notice the vast difference in mood that I'm in right now. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. I'm making my way back down the Kendall catwalk, and I will have footage of the catwalk itself once I get down to better surface. Okay. Oh, jeez. Now, this is probably not the smartest thing to be doing, trying to talk and jog downhill on a trail. But I feel this is really kind of helping to help shine some light on just no matter how much of a bad mood you're in, or that you're thinking that your life's turning into a train wreck after making so much progress in life, and you're thinking, will I ever succeed in life? Will I ever, you come up with all these will I ever scenarios. And it took a little bit. It took about 12 and a half miles to do it, but it's going to be done. And when all's said and done, I will be close to 17 miles for the day. So thank you all for joining in as I attempt to jog down this trail and kind of just highlight kind of some of the things that can one thing that I really want to stress is if you have any insecurities, it can be very easy to project them onto others. And that's that's like my Achilles heel, but I'm working on it. And it's by doing things like this that helps. Exercise, fitness, being out in nature. And what else? The fact I'm going into a software development program, and I'm pretty much going to have a job lined up when it's all said and done. And a lot of people may ask, what does it mean to improve yourself? Like people will mention self-improvement. It's a lot more than physical activity. It's a lot more than putting on muscle or being able to run faster or cycle faster or get up that hill faster. Improving on yourself is multifaceted. As I come across more hikers, they're a little bit busier now. Quite a bit more busier, so. On your left. On your left. Thank you. Whew. Thanks. All right. So, improving on yourself is more than just fitness. It's also working on your psyche. And that's what will take much longer. But as you'll see, I'm going to kind of show you guys a trail. And this is one of the best, this is a more fun trail to jog down. Because you can kind of do like, woo! And it is getting towards ski season. So I might like just kind of jump off random rocks. Like here's another rock. Spread eagle, woo! It feels like I'm playing a video game. Make that turn. Whew. Looking for jump off this route here. Woo! Whoa! Woo! Oh, I think I'm getting a better workout jogging down this trail than I was hiking up it. And so I'm treating you guys to a good old live stream here from the Kendall Catwalk Trail. Something you guys have not seen. Because I know you guys have seen Poople Point so many times. Poople Point's pretty much, you guys don't want to see Poople Point anymore. It's just the same old, same old. Thanks. You guys want to see new areas, new locations. So guess what? That's what's going to happen. Now, of course, if it's like a interesting weather day up here on the catwalk, that does change the dynamics. It's hard for me to catch any comments at these. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for me to catch any comments because I'm trying to look down at the trail and try to glance over at the camera whenever I can. Oh yes, good old Kendall catwalk. Okay, I'm about to come up on someone here. On your left. Thank you.
Yes.
Cheers. Now it's hard for you to tell that I'm actually jumping up, but every time I come to a certain route or a rock or like a little incline on a trail, like see, watch, I'll jump this. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a better workout going down this thing than hiking up. Thank you. Okay, so you see this trail here? There's a little knoll right here. Not much fun over there. It's like playing a video game. I feel like I'm gaming. Oh, here's a jumper. Woo! Oh, I feel like I'm gaming right now, guys. I am full of, oh, here's a rock. Daffy. Oh, yes. Ski season's around the corner. Gotta think of skiing. Oh, here's another popper. Jump over the root. Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jump over this rock here. Yeah. Woo! Okay, tone it down a bit there. So here's where it stands. Okay. 6 months ago, today, 6 months ago, I had no friends. Yeah, you got that right. Zero. A big fat zero. And it goes back to when I made that video, sitting on that couch, wearing my red and white striped shirt, and continuously saying, what not? I had no friends when I made that video. Now, almost 6 months later, I'm probably well on my way to at least figuring out that it all comes down to accepting who you are and not being so insecure and not self-sabotaging yourself on the internet. Now, it's okay to talk about your struggles, but you don't want to be always the nagging Nancy or the Debbie Downer. There is a strategy if you want to let your feelings out. Because over the past 10 years prior to this March, that's all I was really doing. Sure, I did my Spartan races. You saw my skiing videos, but there would be a lot of self-sabotaging videos. And so I got those out of the way. Because someone did leave an interesting comment. And what they said is you've got to really work on being confident and not insecure, because although people will support you, give you that encouragement, they would not hang out with you in person because they would be having to give a lot of energy and but it made me think, I got to start thinking, I got to do what's called a positive affirmation routine. Now, what is a positive affirmation routine? Every day you wake up, you try to think of one positive thing about yourself. So as I continue to get back into a jog here. So today, what would be one positive thing I can say about myself? That it would be, I know how to have a good time running down a trail. That's one positive thing I can say. Tomorrow, I might have to say something else. I might say, yesterday, I accomplished hiking, jogging, walking 17 miles. So every day, you think of something good to say. And it's going to be a long process, a very long process. It's not going to happen overnight, because you got to remember, especially for those of you who are coming over from the Joey B-Tunes video, or I've seen my video from 10 years ago. And I was 36. Isn't that 36 years? I mean, 36, 10 years ago. Hey, Dick Springfield. Oh, I caught a comment because I'm going at a pretty slow pace right here. But yeah, so 10 years ago, I made a really embarrassing video, and you guys don't have to look far to find it, but it was pretty embarrassing. But it was one of those things where you just saw how I got there, how I was getting there on that trail run, whoop-de-doo, woo. And of course, that same feeling, those same endorphins got the best of me. And of course, I blurted out something that I probably should have had maybe saved for maybe a different location. Because when you're experiencing loneliness, at the same time you get that endorphin rush, you tend to act out impulsively, and you almost forget kind of where you're at, what's who's in the area, and it's like one of those things that you can't take back. But that was 10 years ago. That was a long time ago. And so I figure over the next couple of years, as I pursue my software development program, that's going to give me a lot more time to work on myself. And so for all of you guys out there, here is my prediction. So as I show you guys some more of this awesome footage, I'm sure you guys get tired of looking at me. So I'll show you some of this awesome, sweet landscape. And of course, I'll turn back on myself because I got hikers approaching. So let me wait till I get past these hikers. Thanks. All right, now I can show you guys more of this awesome scenery. That's Guy Peak that you guys are looking at. You can't see it anymore, except in the backdrop out there, behind the trees, that's Red Mountain. Now I like to call it Big Red. That's technically called Red Mountain. Another hiker coming up, so, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you, you too. All right. Okay, so here it is, guys. My prediction, my honest prediction is, skip this prediction crap. Let's enjoy. Quit. I gotta quit. See, I just caught myself over analyzing something. And so I said, I'm on a trail. I'm having fun. Quit with the BS prediction crap. Okay. So instead of that, how about some more footage? See, I just caught myself about to do a self-sabotaging sentence. You see the power of exercise and nature and endurance can do for you, along with some power moves in there? It can prevent you from saying those self-sabotaging thoughts out loud. Oh, there's a rock. You see that rock up there? Might do a little daffy off it. Woo! And I'm trying to actually stay ahead of one of the other people in the group mouse game. I feel like I'm playing cat and mouse. But I think I got a good distance ahead. Oh, guys. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, dear. Okay, guys, I am at 13.4 miles. I am going uphill. Let's see how much endurance I've got. Can I jog this uphill? Yes, I am jogging this. I can tell you, I am looking forward to when I start doing Spartans again. Because I am past the distance for the beast, the Spartan beast. Now there is a Spartan ultra beast, and that's a beast in itself. I'm not ready for that yet. Come on, keep it going. Oh. trying to show you guys this awesome scenery while I try to maintain a jog. Alpental, back behind there, it's a ski area I grew up skiing at. That's where I got the nickname of Rat Boy. My home ski area of Alpental, I had the nickname of Rat Boy. Okay, finish off strong here. Almost to do. I tell you, this is ruthless when you've done almost 14 miles and over 3,000 feet of elevation gain. I do need to get a new watch because this watch is not reading my heart rate accurately. You don't go, your heart rate doesn't go from 159 down to 147 when you're pushing it on an uphill. So for all of you out there looking for a new watch, and if you're familiar with Garmin, I would get their Phoenix. It's more expensive, but you're gonna get better quality. And as far as heart rate monitors go, get the strap. Okay, I got more hikers coming in. Okay. Yeah, you want to get a heart rate strap. Okay, so what would I say? Oh yeah, the watch I have on now, it reads your heart rate off your wrist. So now it's saying I'm at 162. So that's probably where I was at before. But I'm not. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm definitely not at 162 right now. Oh. Now this trail can be. This is a very popular trail for hiking and trail running. So I'm gonna try to get back into a little jog here. It's a super light jog. Oop, got people in front of me, so I gotta turn the camera around. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm getting off this trail. Okay. I almost fell down there. Yeah, okay, I'm back. I'm out of that section. I got some strange looks there because I'm talking into my cell phone. Okay, yeah, I probably am getting some weird looks from people because I'm on a trail and we're supposed to be enjoying nature here. But I kicked a rock right into my lower shin. That did not feel good. So when I get to the bottom of this hike, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna hike back up until I meet the group coming down. So I may get, let's see if I can, sorry, I'm looking like a complete mess. Gosh, I do not look so good right now. But, yeah, I'm not, I'm gonna take it easy. I just gotta make sure that the one fast person from the group doesn't catch up with me. Because I think that's the whole point, is I was supposed to keep kind of a challenge. I think they're looking for a little challenge. And so if they catch up to me, it's kind of like, I don't provide them enough of a challenge. So I'm gonna break back into a small little jog here. And just to let you guys know, I still got about another 2 miles of trail to go. So I am not even close to being done. Whew. Alright. Whew, yeah. How long have we been going here? 20 minutes. And I have gone, I think, close to I want to say I've done a little over a half mile. Over a mile, Okay. Whew. I gotta try to keep the camera up. Oh, dang. All right. All right. So for those of you tuning in, you are witnessing what? Almost 14 miles of trail running, elevation gain, being out in nature, seeing some lakes. You are witnessing what that can do to one's psyche. When earlier in the day, they were thinking their life was about over with. Of course, you're starting to see just a little hint of fatigue, just a little bit. And that's only because I'm starting to get I'm depleting my glycogen stores. And that's what's happening. Just getting a little hint of fatigue, not much. I'm still able to push on through. I know this is not the most entertaining video as far as blogging goes, but okay, it's time to make it more entertaining. So, when it comes to really feeling good about yourself, you've got to really just kind of get after it. In September, it's going to be one hell of a month. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Because here's the thing, I have the feeling, because you got the holiday season coming up. Oh, my favorite time of the year. Don't you just love the holiday season? When you're seeing all those commercials out there portraying the happy married life, holidays with all your friends and family. Oh, don't you just love the holidays? But that's coming up, and you know how it can be when you're going at it solo, and the holidays come around the corner. We're coming out of a pandemic, and then we're going into another wave, and then you got that, and then of course you got the end of summer. People are trying to look for that person to kind of close out the summer. It's like, this was the best summer, so they're trying to hook up with whoever they can in the group. You've got the perfect storm of people in a group that are probably going to be vying for their partners because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone through the holiday season amongst another wave of this pandemic. Because the longer this thing goes on, we are going to have a serious mental health crisis. And I'm calling it out right now. The longer this pandemic goes on, we are going to have a serious mental health crisis. So you're about to see me pick up the pace now, because now I'm starting to get a little kind of like determination to raise awareness on loneliness. You're about to see. You just don't get hurt now. Yeah. Oh. Oops. I almost lost my bug spray there. Okay, guys. Oh, I thought I dropped something, but it was my bug spray. Okay. But you just saw right there, I can get really heated when it comes to mental health and loneliness. Oh, see, that's the thing with physical activity too. And that's where it can potentially be hazardous, because I get the mix of the endorphins along with that determination, but then I get that sudden surge of like determination and anger combined, and that's when bad things can happen, especially if I'm on a bicycle. If I'm on a bicycle and I have that kind of mentality, I could easily wash out in a curb and go over, hit the guardrail, that'd be the end of me. Or slide out in a corner and hit an oncoming car because I'm sliding on the pavement. Car coming around the corner doesn't see me. Bad news bears. Okay, I got hikers coming up. Thank you. So, like I said, September is going to be one hell of a ride. It is, because we are all vying. I feel like we're all vying to find our close group of friends, to find our partner. And so it's going to be chaotic. So for any of you out there that watch bike racing, the Tour de France, Giro d'Italia, Vuelta a España, if you guys watch those flat stages, let me get past this hiker here. So if you watch a flat stage of a Grand Tour bike race, it's pretty mellow through most of the stage. And that's what it's kind of felt like this whole summer. Meeting people, just kind of getting the feel for things. Been really mellow. And it's probably been that way for a lot of people. But we are approaching the final 5 kilometers of the race. We are approaching the final weeks, days of summer, and approaching the final weeks before the dreaded holiday season. Okay. You guys go. Yeah, so like I was saying, right now, it's like the final 5 kilometers. When it comes to the end of September and October, it's going to be like the final kilometer of a Grand Tour race. It's going to get chaotic. Just like in the final kilometer, you often have a lot of crashes. And there's going to be heartbreak. There's going to be ghosting. There's going to be all kinds of polydrama, ruckus. It is going to be, I don't know, I have the feeling it's going to be really chaotic, super chaotic. And it's like, it's just going to be, the forums are just going to be going crazy with topics on loneliness. Because even right now in the group, there are people that are becoming more open about, saying how they're lonely on a Friday night, or Friday night without a partner equals loneliness. I'm not the only one. There are other people out there starting to express their feelings. And the longer this pandemic goes on, the more chaotic it's going to get, which is why it might be the perfect storm. Hopefully by the time I am done with my software development program, we will be done with this pandemic. And guess what? When I finally get my own place, I am going to have a home welcoming party, no cap. Now, what do I mean by no cap? It means I won't restrict the number of guests. There will be no cap, because that is going to be one hell of a liberating day. And I'm talking liberation day. The day I no longer have to live with roommates. The day I no longer have to live in the cheapest housing I can find in Bellingham because of not being able to come up with first and last month's rent. That is going to be Liberation Day. And I am going to mark it down in my training journal when that day happens. That is going to be the biggest day in my life, Liberation Day. And right now, I'm still in the same apartment complex where I've been staying the past year, but it's not going to be the same as last year. It is going to be Animal House. I am certain that it is going to be full-on Animal House. And I've got to get myself mentally prepared for loud noises, people banging the walls, people screaming and yelling, drunk. And of course, people probably like giving me those looks. It's like, what are you doing living here? Aren't you a little bit old to be living in this housing? So it's going to be, but I just got to remember one thing. My software development program, see, that's the thing. I got to focus on that program. If I have to, I'll go to the gym. I'll go to a coffee shop and get my studying in, because that's what's going to lead to a high-paying job. Easily probably 6 figures within 6 months to a year after graduating. And bada boom, bada bam, the roommate saga comes to an end. So I can look at it this way, because this program does have internships built into it. I can pretty much say the roommate saga is going to end in 2 years, and hopefully the pandemic will be over by then too. But I really hope this stupid thing is over before 2 years. It should be over. It should have been over with by now, because it is causing a lot of grief for, I'm sure, a lot of you out there, are struggling with the pandemic, with loneliness, isolation, social distancing. It's depressing seeing everyone in the stores. Everyone, we have to, all of us have to be with our mask on again. Super depressing. And that mentally, I'm going to say it mentally affects me. It's like a mental, it F's with me mentally. Because when I see a mask, okay, hold on a sec. I'm going to let these hikers go by. Thank you. Thank you. Whenever I see a mask, the first thing I think of is loneliness, social distancing, social isolation. Hey, Daniel Barton. Thank you for joining in. I know I'm becoming a little more lively here. I was looking at my viewer count, and it wasn't that high earlier, but I think once I start talking, I think people want to, but I'm trying to show you guys at the same time some of this trail as I kind of just blog some of my feelings as we are kind of nearing the end of summer here, and it's not going to be long before the holiday season is upon us. And I hate the holidays. I really do. But I know one day, there's going to be a day, I'm confident that one day I will look forward to the holidays. It will happen. I've got to think positive. One day I will be like, oh, I can't wait for Halloween. I can't wait for our Halloween parties. Then I'll be like, oh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I can't wait to have that juicy turkey, eating it, having turkey dinner with my friends or my significant other. I can't wait until the holidays and go off on that holiday vacation and go for a sleigh ride, or maybe watch the Christmas lights, or maybe even take a trip to Disneyland during the holiday season, or maybe go to Times Square for New Year's Eve and have that midnight kiss. It's going to happen. It may not happen this year. It may not happen next year, but it will happen soon enough. And that is when the holidays will have a completely different meaning. So you just got to think positive now, positive thoughts. And of course, like I said earlier in the video, it's about self-affirmations, kind of doing away with the self-sabotaging. But it doesn't mean I'm just going to completely go silent about loneliness, depression. It doesn't mean I'm going to go completely silent on it either. Because we need more awareness on the issue of depression. And I love when I see people posting on the forums on how they feel lonely, because it's raising awareness. It's helping us to realize that there are a lot more of us out there who do suffer from loneliness and depression. And so just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And I am actually starting to lose my voice. So I'll kind of give you guys a few more minutes. So let's see, what else? So I am at 14 and a half miles. I've got about another couple miles to go, 1.5 miles, 2 miles to go. When I get to the bottom of the trail, I'm gonna get some more fluids in me, and I'm just gonna hike super slow to catch back up with the group behind me, because they are probably about 2.5 miles behind. And so I'm going to kind of pick up the pace here again. So you've kind of witnessed kind of a mix of emotions as you see me trek the past couple of miles now. Definitely a mixed bag of emotions, but that's pretty typical when you're on a super long hike. But the general being is of positive mood, self-affirmations. See, that's the important part. And so as I come down here, okay, yeah, I've got a good distance ahead of the person behind me, so I'm gonna kind of show you guys. In case you're just joining in, this is the Kendall Catwalk Trail, and you guys will see. I'm gonna try to upload the video this evening. You'll see just how spectacular the catwalk really is. And I got some more hikers coming up, so I'm gonna pull on over here. All right, so yeah, you guys are gonna see what the catwalk actually really looks like, and it is stunning. And I'm hoping that will give you guys some vertigo. I want you guys to hopefully get a feel for, if you were to stare over the catwalk, you would take a serious tumble, good 500, 800 vertical feet. And a few months ago, I would have easily gotten vertigo peeling over the edge, but now I'm able to really walk on the edge, and I'm even able to kind of peel over a little bit over to catwalk. So that's kind of where I'm at now. My goal is to be able to, I want to be like one of those people that can find, like if I find like something to sit on and can hang my feet over the rocks. I want to work up to that level. Just be able to like sit down and let my feet dangle over like a 500-foot cliff. Now I know that doesn't seem like the smartest thing to do, but I feel like there's something spiritual in doing that. I really do. I just feel like, because when you're in that kind of state of mind, you're kind of at peace. You're one with the mountain. You're not afraid. It's like you're conquering your fears. Because you know what anxiety is? Anxiety is fear. That's really what it is. At the root of it, anxiety is it's just another form of fear. And of course, a fear of heights is a fear in itself. So if you can overcome the fear of heights, I feel you can overcome other fears. Because you're conquering a fear. You're conquering the fundamental emotion, feeling of that kind of being afraid. So that's kind of why I feel like if I can just learn to be that person that can just kind of scramble in high places, kind of free climb a little bit, let my feet dangle over the ledge. I feel like it's like I'm learning to be one with nature, that I'm no longer afraid, that I'm controlling my fear. It's all about controlling your fear. Because after all, what is it that I fear most? Being alone. Social anxiety, am I saying the right things? That's all a fear. What's another fear? Fear of people picking up, on my negative energy instead of my positive energy. That's another fear. Instead, I've got to learn to focus on honing in, zoning in, and eliminating one fear at a time and learning to control it. You don't want to necessarily get rid of your fear. You want to learn to be able to control it. What's another fear? Oh, breaking an ankle when I'm running down the trail. That's another fear. Hey there, Bobby G. Thank you for joining in. So that's the thing. If you can learn to control those fears, you'll have better control in your life. So as I come over, see this roots here? I'm gonna do a little popsy right here. Little Daffy. Whoa! I'm gonna make sure I haven't missed anything here. Nope. All right, cool. All right. So, yeah, I feel like these past few months have definitely been an eye-opener. Definitely have made a lot of progress. I've come a long ways, but I've still got a long ways to go, a super long ways to go. And I've got more hikers coming up, so I'm gonna kind of go back in silent mode again. Hey there, Bobby. Woo! Let these people come. Okay. All right, okay. Whew. Yeah, so I feel like I'm kind of like in a transition. I'm not like a complete recluse where I was 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months. No, actually 6 months ago, I was a complete recluse. Yeah, I went skiing, I went biking, but I was a recluse because I had zero friends. And there are times where if it weren't for me shopping, there would be times where I didn't say one word for like up to a few days at a time. Not one word. That's how much of a recluse I was. Now, fast forward to now, I'm doing group hikes. I'm getting out there, meeting people. Now I just got to take it to the next step. The next step is kind of zoning in and seeing if I can just kind of find my core group of people that I hike with, hang out with. And then the next step is, of course, dating. That's like the next the next step from making friends and everything. So it's a long process, and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I still got a lot of distance ahead of me, so I can kind of taper it down, because next weekend I am going to attempt to do the enchantments. The enchantments is like, it's like an iconic hike through. It's like the second hardest hike besides doing the rim to rim of the Grand Canyon. See, I think I got a comment here. Let me I am vaccinated. I've been vaccinated since April. Okay. Okay, I've got a runner coming up, so I'm going to yield to a runner. See, that's the thing. You always want to yield to runners. Okay. I'm losing viewership. I'm losing viewership. Okay. So, next weekend, doing the enchantments. It is considered like the second hardest through hike in the country, I believe. 24 miles, almost 5,000 feet of elevation gain. It is going to be probably the holy grail of the summer to be able to hike the enchantments. Whew. So that's what I'm doing next weekend, 23 miles. Today I'll probably get anywhere between 17 to 20 miles in. So I'll only be 4 miles away from doing the enchantments and about 1,500 vertical feet short. So I figure after that, it's just a mind game. Even if at 20 miles, even if I'm just like hurting and kind of like, I'm not going to get through this, it's a mind game. I figure you could always do about 6 or 7 miles longer than your longest hike as a general rule of thumb. And of course, there is survival mode. Survival mode can last you another few miles. So yeah, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine for those enchantments. Okay, guys, well, I'll show you guys some more of this trail. Not much to see, kind of a grind. I know it's getting a little boring. There's not much scenery here. So I think the appropriate thing to do before I bore you guys halfway to sleep is to thank you all for joining in on this downhill version of the Kendall catwalk. Things have turned out okay from this morning. But I want to thank all of you for your support and for your encouragement earlier today when I was just kind of like all over the place, panicky and all that, but everything turned out okay. So I just wanted to kind of share that, and I'll be uploading the Kendall catwalk footage. So I'm going to leave it at that as I make down my way through these last routes. Thank you all once again for joining in, and I will see you guys soon enough. Woo, yeah. The sound of the marmot. Yeah, no problem. Yep, I'll be back. I'll be back to share more adventures with you guys. You got it. You got that right. I'll be back. All right. Till next time, adios.